can go on forever. I am the shortest distance between 2 points, and I can relate to X and Y. Who am I? I'm not lying, I'm a line. You don't need to ask me. I never curve when these nerds try to graph me. Pick a point anywhere where I lie. You'll find a value for X and find a value for Y. Then slide. Go for a ride. A new value for X and new value for Y.
Okay, let's get started. The points 16,4 and 10,1 are 2 points on this line. How can you use them to find the slope of the line? So let's go ahead and plug them in. Ready? 16,4 and 10,1. Okay, so let's go ahead and label. This is my X sub 1, my Y sub 1, my X sub 2, my Y sub 2. Okay, we want Y sub 2 minus Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1 over X sub 2 minus X, sub 1. Okay? All right, let's plug them in. Y sub 2 is 1. Y sub 1 is 4. Over. X sub 2 is 10. Y sub 2 is 16. Now we're going to subtract. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Too big. Negative 3 over 10 minus 16 is going to give you negative 6. And when we reduce this, we're going to divide both sides by negative 3. And then you're going to get negative divided by negative is a positive. So 1/2.
Check how my Y gets negative and my X gets negative. I'm the best who ever lived. On the graph, there's 2 lines I'm crossing. I only cross each once. No, not often. They ask, what's your Y-intercept? That's where I cross the Y-axis. Take it from a vet. They ask, what's your X-intercept? That's where I cross the X-axis. Better get in step and line up. You know we make it pop. Lines off forever because we never ever stop. Come on. When Y equals MX plus B, B is the Y-intercept, you'll see.
Okay, what is the y-intercept of a line with the equation y equals 3x plus 5? So here we are. Y equals 3x plus 5. And if we're talking about our y-intercept, we're going to go here. Y, let's rewrite the format. Y equals mx plus b. And we know that the b is our y-intercept. So therefore, it is 5.
M is the slope, rise over run, the wait until we stop, but that day will never come on. When Y equals MX plus B, B is the Y-intercept, you'll see. M is the slope, rise over run, the wait until we stop, but that day will never come on. You can write me as a linear equation, a line equation that describes my situation. I have values for X and Y that change. So write X and Y on the page. Other numbers are how X and Y relate. X might be 2 times as big plus 8. You can do operations on either side, yes. But if you do it to the right, do it to the left.
All right, how would you isolate y in the equation 5y equals x? So here we have 5y equals x. Now, if this is multiplication on this side, we're going to have to divide it in order to cancel it out. So we're going to divide by 5 on this side, which cancels out the 5, and you're left with y, which is exactly what we want. We want to isolate. Equals, then we have to do it here. There's 2 ways to do it. You can go over 5 this way, and then have y equals x over 5. Or another way that you can set it up, which is just as correct, is like saying y equals 1 over 5x. Okay, both of these work.
Get Y isolated, that's wise and fun, you'll be able to see how I rise and run. You'll have y equals mx plus b. Is this slope intercept form? It must be. B is my y-intercept boss, where me and the y-axis cross, and M is my slope. Rise over run, how fast I go up over how fast I go run to the right.
All right. How would you write the equation for a line with a slope of 1 over 3 and a y-intercept of -2? Well, let's go ahead and write our format again, which is y equals mx plus b. Oops. Okay, good. And now we're going to go ahead and plug in our slope. So the m is our slope. So let's rewrite it. Y equals 1 over 3x. And then the intercept, the y-intercept is -2. So it looks like that. There you go.
I know that might sound crazy, but get it straight like a line, not wavy.
In your own words, explain what rise over run means. So when we write our slope, we write it rise over run. So if we're taking a look at a line, let's say our line looks like this, okay? And we have some points on our line here. Now our slope, our rise over run, is going to explain how to get from each of these points to the next. So let's check it out. Ready? Rise is going to tell you up and down, and run is going to tell you right or left. Okay, so if we start here at this point, okay, we're going to go ahead and see it's going to take us 1 up, which is our rise, and 1 over, which is our run. So that's your slope. Now when we go ahead and plug it into the next point, it's going to repeat that pattern. We're here. Ready? Then we're going to go rise 1 and run 1. Same thing. 1 over 1. And if we keep repeating this pattern, not this way. From each point, it's going to show us the points on the line that are going to connect.
I give praise to the ruler that made me one-dimensional, but you can't outrace me. With y equals mx plus b, b is the y-intercept, you'll see. M is the slope, rise over run, the wait until we stop, but the day will never come up. When y equals mx plus b, b is the y-intercept, you'll see.
Okay, imagine that you join a gym that has a one-time $20 registration fee and then costs, I'm sorry, it's blocked here, but let's see if we can move this. Oh, perfect. It then costs $10 every time you use the gym. Write a linear equation to represent this situation. What is the y-intercept and what does it mean in the context of the problem? So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Okay, so I'm going to set it up as, where are we? As a table, okay? Here I have my amount of, sorry, my marker's running out, my amount of money that I have to pay. And this column here, I'm going to go for uses of the gym, okay? Because it's going to be it's $10 every time you use it. So this is how I'm going to set up my table, okay? Here I have my Y, and here I have my X. So the first time membership fee is going to cost 20 bucks. I have not used the gym yet. Okay. When I decide to use the gym, I owe $10, which makes my total now 30. And I went one time. Okay. This is going to continue. The next time that I want to go, that's my second use, and I owe $10. 30 plus 10 is going to be 40 bucks. Okay, that's how I'm setting up my table. Now watch how I put it into the change in Y over change in X format. Okay, and I'm going to put it on this side right here. Okay, so Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Okay, I'm going to pick any 2 points on this line. The first one I'm going to pick is this one here, which is 130, right? Because I need to write X and then Y. And the next one I'm going to pick is 240. I get that from here. Okay. label it. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay, now go ahead and plug them in. Y2 is 40 minus Y1 is 30 over X2 is 2 and X1 is 1. And now we subtract. 40 minus 30 is 10. 2 minus 1 is 1. And here's your slope. Okay? And the y-intercept is where it crosses over the y-axis. And this one is where it crosses over the y-axis at 0. And this is representing the $20 membership fee.
And it's the slow rise over run, the wait until we stop, but that day will never come.
And there you go. Thanks.